Stay away from my...
This account I've seen, I'm not gonna lie, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about 90% of the time. So I usually try to ignore leftist accounts. Actually, I just block them off my timeline because I've just 5-6 years of having to be around these people. And before anyone says anything, I was actually within some of these groups, not as an actual person to agree with anything that they said half the damn time, because some of them are my friends. And it's a long time ago. I mean, mistakes were made by me young. I was 21, 22 when it first started. I'm now 28, 29, right? You know, putting it like that. So, of course, when you age older, you start to understand what's wrong with certain people. And around like 25, 26, right? I started to notice this type of fucking shit was wrong. So I'm going to go into everything that's wrong with leftist type thinking. Not all leftist. I'm just talking about these type of people. It's cult behavior, and it's why people do not want to check. Because I will admit, I still have leftist mentalities, leftist ideals at heart. I just don't operate like these people. And you're going to understand why in a minute. Now, understand something. This type of shit is what's wrong and why people just do not want to fuck around and like talk to these people. And it's why they're these influencers, these left-wing personalities, voices don't ever get the popularity as conservative ones. It just comes from simple framing. All right, I'm just gonna talk from simple framing, okay, of the disingenuous framing of this person right here is an example of what I'm talking about. So here it is. Emaru bent the knee to the people who hate her. Why do people keep doing this? Now, granted, this is actually what happened, and by bent the knee, I'm gonna phrase this in a better term. Emaru fed the trolls. Let's put it like that, because these people are essentially how you should look at them as trolls. And Emaru made the mistake of feeding them because she thought that this would quiet the noise. What you don't realize is, Emaru, you're not being targeted because of your opinion on ice. You're being targeted because of who you're associated with. And it's mainly Osmongold. And then Tectone, secondarily. The Lakari shit, let's be real, you don't associate with Lakari. So I don't know why that was brought up, but people like to do this because they are disingenuous, bad faith scumbags. And that's what these people are. So Emaru bent the knee to people who hate her. Why do people keep doing this? And this is from Shoe0nHead. And somehow this comes... When I tell y'all drive people away, Shoe0nHead is one of those people y'all drove away because of your disgusting, insane rhetoric. This is what I'm talking about. Honestly, people don't realize how insane it can get. They get in your head, isolate you from bad friends. Yeah, anyone that they disagree with is a Nazi, or it's just, I stopped caring. I'm like, whatever, dude. It's literally like a South Park episode. When we grew up on South Park with the lazy, what was it called? When they said the hippie that went to college for like a year. That's what these people are. They're like literally those self-indulgent, entitled, what's the other word? Just overbearing douchebags that think they know the world when they don't know jack shit, and they come down and talk down to you about everything. Those type of hippies. That's what these people are. So they think they know better than you, and they don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. Make you feel like a terrible person having milquetoast normal people opinions, or in this case, no public opinion. I immediately regret it every single time I bent the knee to skip harassment. I don't blame Emaru. Sorry, I keep saying Emaru. I like saying Emaru. I don't blame Emaru. They are demonic freaks, and she is right in a lot of ways. They are really annoying. Like, they're just fucking overbearing douchebags. So from this bad faith actor, we'll call her, this is what she says. From responding to that dork, incredible, off to a rousing start here, to using dog whistles like bending the knee. Bending the knee is now a dog whistle. It's a terminology that I don't like to use. I feel cringe when I use it, but I didn't think it was a dog whistle, but all right. And calling critics demonic. You just called him a dork. What the fuck? You just called him a dork. Now you're mad you getting called demonic? I mean, and sorry, a lot of you are demonic. Half of you take pride in being satanic as a fucking way to just fucking piss off the other side. I mean, you guys will... Okay, whatever. All right. It's pretty clear she's far down the pipeline by now. This is the problem, and this is why this is bad faith. And this woman has had, I think, a run-in with Osmongold, and I think Osmongold, like, shit on her. And I'll say this. This is bad faith as fuck. First of all, Do you even know what you're talking about? Far down the pipeline. What's far down the pipeline? Nick Fuentes, Elijah Schaefer, Pearl Davis. So where are we going with this, hon? Where are we going with this? Far down the pipeline. Because she doesn't like you people. You know, you can be entirely have leftist ideals. Here's an example. I have never voted really Republican, man. I vote Democrat a lot. Does that mean I'm far down the right-wing pipeline? Because I don't like you? I hate who you are. I don't like anything about you. I looked at your account and I think, wow, I would never want to stand next to you anywhere. You genuinely would make me feel unsafe as a person because I think you're kind of mentally unstable. But regardless of that, that would be me being bad faith if I were to actually say all that as a prerequisite. No, you're bad faith because this is not indicative of anything. It just means I don't like you. It's like I don't like people like you. That has nothing to do with my politics. This has nothing to do with politics in general. It's the way you people conduct yourselves. And this is also another example why people wouldn't like you. Because you're a bad faith person. You use bad faith as a way to make up narratives. So you instead go out of your way to paint her as a demonic person, paint her as a right-wing alt-right person. I don't think you even know what the alt-right is. Sweetheart, alt-right doesn't exist. The alt-right is a myth that was basically banished at Charlottesville. It's done. The funeral was January 6th, okay? And the reason was the feds took it out. Let's just keep it a buck. The real alt-right was taken out by the feds. This is all like a dog and pony show now, all right? But if we're going to go by just for shits and giggles, just to indulge this stupid idiocy, the alt-right is someone like Nicholas Fuentes, someone like, and I know she didn't technically say alt-right in this statement, but let's be honest, you all know what you're alluding to. The pipeline, the alt-right pipeline. Let's be real. The Nicholas Fuentes of the world, the Elijah Schaefers. But the problem is, guys like Nick Fuentes and Elijah Schaefer are gay. So that automatically disqualifies them from being true alt-right, true right-wing, far on that side. Now, Mark Dice might be the only one of the. I think Mark Dice might be the only one true alt-right believer left, in the sense that he's genuinely out of his fucking mind. But even then, I have more respect for Mark Dice, even if he's a psychotic racist fuck, because he actually has principles that he holds to. I don't agree with any of them. I find him to be a psychotic fuck, but at least he believes in what he's talking about. So that makes him more of actual respectable piece of shit than these other assholes. And he's a piece of shit. Don't get me wrong. But Mark Dice has principles that he at least holds to. He's just a piece of shit, but he believes them. I can't say the same about the rest of these fucking people. They're all not believable. Even Alex Jones was caught with transgender porn on his phone. So clearly he's not about that right-wing alt-right lifestyle or whatever. There is no alt-right is what I'm saying. So this pipeline that you're making up in your deluded head is something that you fabricated because you need to believe in an enemy to fight, because that's a tight, that's a very like common leftist ideal. I mean, it was even like referenced in Family Guy, and it's actually a really good line from Rush Limbaugh in the episode where he goes and says, hey, you leftists need something to fight to actually justify anything that you do. And it's the truth. You need something to fight to justify your own existence, because without it, you're just a boring white girl that has nothing else going on. Sorry to say that fucking sad fact, but let's be real here. So now you need to make Shoe0nHead the enemy, when in reality, you guys pushed her there. It's like the fucking, again, the platform, dude. Here comes the platform meme. Where you're on a platform, there's two dumb fucks fighting. One from the right side, one from the left side, okay? And the left side pushes you because you got in the middle of the argument and said you both have good points, break it up. You get pushed to the right side, and the idiot on the left side goes, well, why the fuck are you taking the right side position here? Because you pushed me there. You pushed me to the position. And people like you, with your bad faith narratives, your awful fucking communication, and your clear-cut bullshit nonsense, push people over to that side. So she is even on the right-wing pipeline. Who pushed her there? People like you with your bad faith takes. I would fucking even consider it. I have never even voted Republican in my life. And I would consider flipping you off because I hate you. Think about this. I've never voted right wing, and I already don't like you. I already think you're bad faith. I already think from face value, you're cancerous. And like that, what do you think other people are going to believe? But you'll never see it because you're so brainwashed and so self-righteous by your own nonsense, you'll never get it. Now, why am I focusing on this one account? Because this shit needs to fucking be, this shit happens with multiple of these accounts. Look at the comment section. Do you think any of these people are actually good faith? They're horrible. This right here, though, that's one of the good comments. Like, God. All right. But it's insane. It's insane. There are some people on here in the comments that have some bit of fucking faith. Oh. See, like this. Bad friends is Nazi rapists. How do you make this up in your head? What are you talking about? You just literally made that up with zero facts, evidence, or logic. And you wonder why people don't want to join your side. No one wants to deal with this. People who aren't even Republican, grew up liberal, grew up being Obama supporters, man. And they look at you and go, nope, I don't want to see your side. You're terrible. And it's because of the way you message and you frame your arguments. And this is just bad faith. Do better. Do fucking better.